UFC 327. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen y'all, but we got a great card this week. I want to break down at least three fights that we have this weekend. Three fights that I'm confident in. Give y'all some bets for those fights as well. Let's get right into it. Um, let's see what we got, man. As y'all know, Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg for the main event. That would be for the lightweight title. Alex Pereira gave that belt up and moved up to heavyweight. Asman Mazakhanov versus Paulo Costa. Curtis Blades versus Josh Hokett. Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker. We got great fights, y'all. These fights are crazy. Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. That's a great fight as well. A lot of good fights on here. So let's break down a few of them real quick. I want to start off with the first fight that I want to break down. You already know, some of y'all that has been following me on other social media platforms as well. I'm really high on this fight right here. I'm really high on Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. This fight is very interesting to me strictly because of the situation that both guys are in. And this fight should have happened years ago in a different promotion. Probably in Bellator. And now it's happening in the UFC. Age is a little bit up there now for especially Pitbull. I believe he's about 37 years old and 38 years old. And now Aaron Pico's 29. So yeah, this fight should have happened a couple years ago. But I don't like the odds at all, chat. As y'all can see, Aaron Pico is coming off of a knockout loss to Lerone Murphy from the spinning back fist. What was it? Not a spinning back fist. It was might have been spinning something. Spinning elbow that he hit off Aaron Pico's dome and knocked him out cold. I'm going to be honest, Joe. I think Aaron Pico is coming back a little bit too early. I expected him to come back more towards the summertime, but I feel like he's coming back a little bit early here. I just don't like the odds. And with Aaron Pico in 2024 being one of the hottest prospects in the UFC and the hottest prospects in MMA of all time. He was one of the hottest prospects back in 2024. And just a lot of hype behind this guy. Even coming into his fight against Lerone Murphy, it was a lot of hype. And you just haven't lived to that expectation. And that debut fight was probably the worst debut fight for any type of prospect in a while. It couldn't have gone any worse for him. Getting knocked out like that in the first round. And he did look good at first. He was going on with a lot of pressure. He did look good, but he ended up getting caught. And that's what happens when you come to UFC and you don't realize right away that the pressure of the arenas and the pressure of the situation and your opponents is all a little bit better. You have to keep that in mind. So I don't really like the odds here at minus 320. We don't know how Aaron Pico's chin is going to hold up. Pitbull has already won his first UFC bout that he had. He fought against his first fight was in Miami last year. He fought against Yair Rodriguez. He lost that in a decision. He didn't look bad in that fight, and then he came back again and fought Dan Ige, which was a good fight for him as well. He was also the underdog in that fight. I remember him being plus 180, and we cashed that as well. And I'm going back to Patricio this time. I just feel like when the pressure is very high, sometimes it makes you do things that you really shouldn't do. It makes you kind of fight out of character. And just with that knockout, I don't think Aaron Pico is going to come out strong in the first round again. So I feel like he's going to be down automatically coming into this fight 1-0, which then will make him have to win the next two rounds to possibly win this fight. I just don't see it. I feel like the nerves is going to be there more for him than it will be for Pitbull. Pitbull has a lot more experience as well, a lot more pro fights. As you can see, Pitbull is 37-8, while Aaron Pico is 13-5. I just don't like this situation for Pico. I think it's a type of fight that they need to get. If they want Pico to be successful in the UFC, you have to build him up. You cannot give him a ranked guy, an undefeated ranked guy to start with Lerone Murphy, and then now you're giving him, I think, the what is he? Aaron, what is Pitbull? I think rank 11 maybe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's ranked as well. You're giving them 2 ranked guys, and that's hard, man. It's hard to do. Let's check out the Sure Dog. It's really hard to do, honestly, to just come in and fight 2 ranked guys off rip. And I don't like that for Aaron Pico. So for that reason, yeah, I'm going with Pitbull on this one. I like Pitbull on the money line at plus 240. Probably going to put a good amount of paper on that. And if I had to pick a method of victory, I don't know if I can trust the chin. I do feel like we have a situation in this matchup where someone ends up being close to being finished. I don't know if they'll get it. But I would double chance Aaron Pico. I'm not Aaron Pico, Patricio Pitbull. I would double chance him and go KO in points. You get a little bit better odds there as well with plus 300 rather than getting the plus 240. So yeah, those are my picks for this fight. We move on. The next bout I want to discuss. Which one should we discuss? Chat? Which one? Let's talk about this matchup. Curtis Blaydes versus Josh Hokett. It's obvious to me the UFC likes this guy, and Dana White likes him. Josh Hokett. All the talking, all the chat in the media, a lot of the first round finishes that he has as well. He has a couple first round finishes coming into the UFC. Olin Adenope, former football player in the NFL. They like this guy, man. They do. And Curtis Blaydes, just with him, I just feel like, yes, this could be a very high step up in competition for Josh Hokett. Going from Denzel Freeman to Curtis Blaydes is a huge step up in competition. But I just feel like Curtis Blaydes has a lot of damage on him now. The tires have been used a lot. You know, he's wearing down as time goes on, getting a little older as well, 35 years old. I feel like because of that step up in competition, we might not see a knockout from Josh Hokett in this fight. Josh Hokett is sitting at the underdog, as the underdog right now, sitting at about plus 108, I believe. Last time I checked, yep, about plus 108. I do like that. I don't think we see a knockout here just because of the high step up in competition. I just have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of Curtis Blaydes back against the fence and Josh Hokett using his smaller build but more quicker athletic build to kind of keep him on the fence if possible. Maybe try and get some ground and pound going if he can. Yeah, I think for Hokett, he's going to know that if his back is against the fence, he's going to be in trouble. So I don't think he's going to do that. I think the step up of competition pushes this to the scorecards. So I'm leaning in this matchup either a late finish. And I really don't even like that late finish, if I'm being honest. I really do think the play here is Josh Hokett by points at plus 550. I really think that's the play. I feel like he'll have a moment in this fight where he would be trying to go for the finish and not get it. And with them being heavyweights, that kind of gas you a little bit. So sometimes when that happens, especially if it happens early, it kind of becomes a little bit of like a sluggish matchup for the rest of the fight. I think Josh Hokett by points is the play. And that's probably what I go with here. If you want to go double chance, I don't see him submitting Curtis Blaydes. I don't really see that happening. Yeah, he's never been subbed either. I don't really see that happening. Maybe ground and pound, maybe because of exhaustion. But yeah. If we go double chance, I would do KO in points for Hokett. But if not, I think we'll just go with the points at plus 550. And that's what I'm going to rock out with for these fights. As always, I'm going to straight bet majority, all of these picks actually. I'm going to straight bet all of them. and then maybe mix them up into some parlays. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna rock with. I'm gonna rock with Josh Hokett by the points and Josh Hokett KO/points as well for the double chance. Let's go. What other fight do we want to look at? Let's look at this main event. Jiri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. I like this fight a lot. And the reason I really like this fight is because Jiri Prochazka, he's nasty, man. Very nasty guy. And his fighting style against Carlos Ulberg's fighting style, Carlos Ulberg likes that counter striking. And I know Jiri is going to give him that pressure he wants. But I don't know if Ulberg will be able to beat this guy. Just due to Jiri, to me, he hasn't lost to anyone in the UFC except Alex Pereira. From what I know. But let me verify that again. I don't remember him losing to anyone in the UFC except Alex Pereira. And we all know Alex Pereira, Borathon, is a different animal. Yeah, it's the only guy he's lost to in the UFC. So, it's going to be hard to beat a guy like this. Great wins on his resume, a lot of finishes. 28 knockouts out of his 32 wins. It's going to be hard to beat a guy like this. It really is. Because I just feel like Jiri's just that gatekeeper. And I've always said it that if Alex leaves the division, or if Ankalaev would have took the belt from Alex and beat him twice, Jiri gets that belt back. And now I know Jiri has a lot of motivation with him having a baby due very soon as well. He said he wants to bring the belt back home for his daughter. I like Jiri a lot in this matchup. I really do. Jiri's kind of a finisher for the most part. Believe he did finish. Yeah, he's finished every fight he's fought in the UFC as well. Not a single one of his fight has went to scorecard in the UFC. And I don't think this goes to the scorecard either. I think we might see it go late into rounds 3, 4, and 5 maybe. But I think by the time that pressure comes and the fight gets a little into the deep waters, I think Jiri finds that finish. Jiri Prochazka, money line is my play here. I like him by knockouts as well at plus 145. Let me see what a double chance is. I don't really think that plus 115 is worth it. Neither is the minus 115. So I don't like those. Maybe we say Jiri Prochazka to win by KO in 3 or 4. And that's sitting at plus 600. I also don't hate 2, 3, 4. I don't think this fight's ending in the first round, but after that, I think we're bound to see a knockout. So those are my 3 favorite plays for this card. Those are my most confident ones. I'm going to have some more plays coming out soon. I'm going to put them on TikTok, put them on my Instagram and on X as well. So make sure you guys are following me on all that. Let's build one parlay, 1 or 2 parlays real fast. Something I was looking at that is very juicy if we can make it there. If we take Josh Hokett by points and Pitbull by points, could make a lot of money, chat. Pitbull by points, Josh Hokett by points. The odds is great. $50 pays out about $2,000. That's a great parlay right there. Another parlay that I also thought about as well. I haven't locked in any of these parlays yet. I probably do lock this decision parlay in. Let me see if we do double chance for Hokett and Pitbull. What we'll get on our odds. KO and points for both guys. If we do KO in points for Hokit and Pitbull, we do still sit at plus 880, which is not bad. I like that as well. If you want to play safer, you could go with this. If you really want to try and hit a banger, go with the 2 decisions. Another play I do like as well, we didn't really break down that fight, but I really like Azmat Mazakhanov, and I like him to get a knockout. You're getting good odds at that at plus 220. So that's a pretty good play if you want to take that. But if you really want to try to smack a lotto, I won't be surprised if we see a Mazakhanov KO in the first round. 2-3 is also pretty good odds as well. But I really like that first round. So if you want to take something like a Mirzakhanov first round KO, or let's do Mirzakhanov first and second round, and then you want to take Hokit and Pitbull as well. Let's say we do double chance on Hokit and Pitbull. You get a Pitbull. Let's do double chance. It's a pretty good play right here. Got plus 3,800. Not bad at all. So yeah, I'm gonna have a couple lottos that I put out later on. I'm gonna put them on my TikTok and all. As y'all know, I'm 410's Finest Cap on all social media platforms: X, IG, TikTok, and here on YouTube. So make sure y'all subscribe. Let's win some money this week, y'all. Make sure you guys are not too locked into the parlays. These straight bets or every leg I'm giving you on these parlays as well are great pieces to lay some good money down. They're great odds. So I know my plan, I'm going to at least try and maybe throw like $150 on some straights. And make yourself a good day. Like, we don't want to be too invested in parlays. They're fun, but we're about profit here. So make sure you take your straights, play a little bit with some smaller amounts on some parlays, and let's get some wins, chat. Appreciate you all for watching the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and comment. Put in the comments any plays you like as well. I'll reply to every single person on there, and we can chat it up. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all, and I'll catch y'all next time.